So what brought you to this carbon cap and trade program? How did you get involved?
I have been involved in how we treat our natural landscapes for a long time. As you know, my background is in land use law, and that's because I have a strong feeling for how we treat the land, how we treat our forests, very strong feelings about how we protect our public waters and how we manage our fish and wildlife, both for their own sake and for our ability as Oregonians to go enjoy it. And that's all separate from what we already know is happening around the world to people. So I don't forget about the people either. We're displacing millions of people already, and our fellow human beings are being subjected to temperature swings that we've never seen before, drought, and it's happening in some degree on our own landscape here in Oregon. The type of climate change we're seeing here and we see projected by our own climate service shows us that, for example, we're going to be losing our snowpack over the next 10 to 15 years. That means the way nature has metered out water for our state is likely to change drastically. And it's a massive issue and a massive problem. How we're going to react to it is a very hard nut to crack. And so we need to work on it. When I got to the legislature, of course, we started to have early attempts to broach the topic of climate change and how we could actually do something relevant toward it. The first bill I encountered as a legislator was House Bill 3470, which was modeled on California's AB 32, which was at that point in time almost 10 years old. And in California, they had a desire to go about reacting to climate change in an incremental, stepwise manner, and chose to look back at how we dealt with acid rain and develop a trading system to slowly get at the problem. And they handed that idea over to agencies to, in the end, build a new agency to go after that. And so I've been studying this way of how we as Oregonians can get at this problem in a way that makes sense. That is economy-wide, landscape-wide, and seems to have some promise of success. When Senator Dembro and I started really drilling down a year and a half, 2 years ago, we started learning that our predecessors had had a carbon pricing bill of some sort proposed almost every session since 2003. So other folks have been worrying about this for a while. I think that worry reflects the worry of a lot of Oregonians. And all of those factors, along with one of the last two Global Warming Commission reports, really kind of lit a fire for us. The Global Warming Commission had been tracking our carbon footprint as a state for a number of years. It's part of its mission, and reporting on it. A lot of folks that have followed this may remember that Oregon's overall carbon emissions range between 62 and 72 million metric tons a year. We had been trending down for a number of years, very slightly, which was encouraging. Nowhere near enough to meet the targets that we set for ourselves, I think, by statute in 2009. Then we came out of the recession, which was great, but of course with more available money and a plummet in national oil prices, gasoline once again settled in between $2 and $2.50, $2.60 a gallon, where it is now, and folks reacted by driving more. and buying new cars that they hadn't been able to afford since 2008 or 2009, buying SUVs again, and our emissions started to tick up again. And with all the interest in working toward a solution to climate change and that recent information, it really hit home that I have a chance to actually work on a constructive solution for our state, and why isn't it time?